Hi Flosstube, it is Helen D. Today's video is just going to be a short one. I'm going to talk about the new stitch along that I'm working on with Carla at Cobweb Corner, and it's for Jan Hicks Creates Tranquility. This will be an exclusive design with Cobweb Corner for the duration of the SAL, and then this will be a general release from Jan. So I mentioned this on my last regular video. And we had a lot of questions, so I thought let's just do a little short video for those interested to answer kind of some of those questions. So first I'll go over the basics. We're planning to start on June 15th, barring any supply issues and stuff like that. So June 15th, we're going to use the hashtag JHC for Jan Hicks Creates Tranquility SAL, S-A-L. Carla right now is ordering supplies, so I'm going to link below to a Google form that you can fill out if you're interested in joining in and you need to get supplies so that she knows kind of how much to get in. You know, you'd put on there's different sections. You are interested in a PDF chart or a printed chart, and I think she has it listed as all the called for flosses or a mix of the called for in the DMC, or no flosses at all if you just want the chart. So she will be offering a coupon code for an additional 10% off the chart and the flosses when you order them all at the same time. Ordering is not open yet. Like I said, she's putting that Google form out so she knows how much to get in, and then she will open up ordering. She's actually on the farm. Her shop is closed. You can still go on there and see things, but you can't order at this point. But the Google form is its own separate thing, so we'll put that below. So I wanted to talk about mainly fabrics is what we're getting questions about. So I pulled a stack of fabric options. It is stitched on Grace Notes Fabrics Blueberry Milkshake. When we first announced it, I said a different name because Jan had mistakenly put a different name on her chart, but it is actually Blueberry Milkshake from Grace Notes. I don't have any Grace Notes. They're a newer dyer. I just don't happen to have any of their fabrics yet, so I have some options, none of which are Blueberry Milkshake. And she even has on the back of, like where she has her floss list and stuff, she has a bunch of information. She even has on here, you know, it's stitched on Blueberry Milkshake. This design would look lovely stitched on any pale blue, green, or even a gold or yellow. So you can always choose your own. 9 times out of 10, I am not using the called for fabrics because if I don't have it, I have a lot of fabrics, so I just kind of go through what I do have and make it work. Especially for a small design, that's a great way to use up some of your scraps or your little odd corners. So I want to show you, like I said, Carla's shop is currently closed, but she has created a listing. So if you go to Cobweb Corner and you see all the reflections, and you just type in the search bar Tranquility, you'll get a few listings. And I'm going to show you on the paper so it will be easier. So she has it listed as a PDF and a printed, and I can't read those. And then this one here is the floss. So she has right here a scan of this back page. She has a scan of all this information, including the fabric sizes. So Jan has it broken down with the symbol, the overdyed, the DMC, how many strands, how much you use, and how many stitches. So this you can see kind of from my circles. I went through my flosses. I pulled what I had. I decided, like, this flax, well, it's only used for a handful of stitches. I'll use the DMC. So she created that listing so that you could get this information and the fabric and kind of start making some decisions. So I pulled the flosses. These are kind of the ones I'm going to use. So I have some of the hand-dyeds and some of the DMCs. and a cat hair on my shirt. So then I could take these and start to look at my flosses, my fabrics. And if you're thinking, well, I want to use all the overdyes, but I'm going to order them and they're not in yet, you could always pull the DMC if you have it to start looking at your fabrics. So the other thing that Jan has is she's done all the math for us, and she has right on here the stitch count. And if you stitch it on these different counts of fabric, like 1428, 1632, there's how the size it will be, the dimensions of the stitching itself. And then you would have to leave some extra for your margin to kind of figure out, are you framing it? Are you making a pillow? Like, people like different amounts of margin. Some people like 3 inches no matter what. I've been known to squeak by with 1 inch, and I'm only punishing myself because I'm the one who does the finishing. So if I didn't leave enough, it's on me. So let's go through some of these fabric options. And I have decided which one I'm using. So I'll show you that one. It's on the bottom of the stack. So this is kind of a mix of everything. So this is, I don't know what count because it's a linen and it was in a little kit. It's Barb's blend. It's an R&R Barb's blend. So I can kind of only hold up for you to see it, the overdyes, but just to give you somewhat of an example. So the one floss that I would say you need to look out for is the Gentle Art Pebble. It's a really pretty floss, but it's the lightest. That one and the DMC is 677. The lightest floss is actually the one right here in the bird, but because it's in the bird, that one's not going to be an issue. But the Pebble are these. And then these are Seafoam, which is also, mine happens, I used to bobbinate. I've had this one a long time. So that's also a lighter one. So this was Barb's blend. I think it's Barb's blend. That one's not labeled. This one is vintage Sahara linen. And those are kind of some creamy options, and you can see those colors would look really nice. Then I have some blues and greens. This one is just blue, light blue Lugana. So this one you might have to think, well, is this going to show up enough? This is in the bird, like in the inside, but your Pebble shows up great. So that's light blue Lugana. You could go crazy and go bright. This one is lime. So it's a much brighter green and would give you a different look. This one, I believe, is light moss. This was it's a Lugana. I believe it's light moss. So it's more of a subtle compared to that super bright. This one is from Mystic Fabrics, and it's called Tundra, and it is one of her available all the times. It was a fabric of the month, but she got such a good response to it that now it's just available. This one, the Pebble might be an issue. So it's kind of a brownish green. That's a Lugana, that's a 28 Lugana. This is another of Mystic Fabrics. This one's called Spending Amnesia, and it is a much greener green. We have some Adas. This one is Ariel, which I know Picture This Plus Ariel is a harder one to get these days, but if you happen to have a scrap left over, it's a really nice, pretty light blue. They look really pretty on Ariel. This was one of my options. This is 18 count Fog from Picture This Plus. It's kind of a grayish cream. Again, that pebble be a little rough on that one. Here's another Lugana. This is just cream Lugana, basic cream Lugana. And then the one that I'm going to use is 16 count Serene. Picture this plus Ada. So here's what they'll look like on the one I'm going to use. This is kind of a sherbety green. And then I just wanted to show you the difference. This is the 16. This is the 18. So even in the same, right, it's the same color, there is a difference. This is why it's so hard to buy fabric online, right? Because you might want this color and it comes out like this, or you might want this and it comes out like this. So that is the downfall. So on mine, I ordered, and I just recently ordered this from 123 Stitch. So it was available, and this color is available in, they had it in other counts and types. And it's one of those little pieces. So it is a 1/16 of a yard, 8 by 12. Mine will be, it's a 16, so according to Jan's math, it will be 5 by 5.9, so 5 by 6, perfect. I will probably, that would be 6 by 8. I'll probably stitch it kind of this way and maybe start down on the bottom so that then I'll still have a strip. Now the one color, here's the pebble on mine. And I think even the lighter of the two, I think is gonna show up fine. The one color in mine that's tricky is the seafoam. The seafoam is these little motifs. The seafoam is pretty close. So I might want it to just kind of blend in a little. Or I might decide the DMC conversion for the seafoam goes more with the darker colors, and I think it would show up better on my fabric. So I might go with the DMC conversion for that one because of my fabric choice, or I might take the DMC conversion, go to my floss box, my stash, and see, well, what color do I have? It might be a color in cotton, or it might be something different, but what do I have that's kind of close to that? So that is what I'm planning on using. And it's not, like I said, hers is on a light blue, and mine will be a light green, and I think it's gonna look great. So that was, I think, kind of it. It was a lot of questions about fabric. Carla sells fabric, but she only sells the pre-packaged Witchelt fabric. She has a lot of counts and a lot of different types, but she only sells the pre-packaged because she doesn't have a space to cut and cut to order and serge and do all of those things that fabric requires. So she does have the Witchelts if they have a color that you're looking for. I don't think any of mine were Witchelts. I'm a soft fabric stitcher, and to me Witchelt is not soft. So that's why I don't have a lot of those fabrics. But you may. Some people do not like soft fabrics. So it's all about your own personal preference. So I hope that was somewhat helpful. If you have any more questions, let me know. Put them in the comments. I'll reach out. If you're interested and you haven't signed up, you can fill out that Google form. Like I said, Carla's getting supplies in, and hopefully while she's at the farm, they will get mailed and get to her house so that when she gets back, she can open up ordering and we can get started. So I'll show you one more time just because he's so cute. I'll put a link to Jan's video below too. She talked about her designs, her new designs, including this one in her latest video. So, all right, I think that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye.